Hello, my crafty clan! It's another weekend, so do you know what that is? It's time to round up what has happened for the past week here on Etsy, or the stuff that I've spotted. If you've seen anything more, let me know in the comments below. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's shared with me this week and every week. It's awesome to see what you're spotting as well, but let's dig into it. First of all, just a reminder, I don't know how big of a deal this is going to be, but we spoke about this a while back. Remember, from the 26th of March, that's in 10 days from today, if you use the forums, you'll need to be signed in to view most posts in the forums. Yeah, whether it's good or not, I hope it keeps us signed in. I hate having to constantly sign into things, but yeah, I'm the kind of person that has 80 tabs open, all signed in at once, and surprised my computer hasn't blown up. Yeah, interesting one. Actually, I was looking in the Etsy events where we've had the Etsy gift event where they did some webinars that were terrible. I will talk about that in a future video a little bit. But in the events, there's a place that says getting started on Etsy. So the chapter is designed to help you launch your creative business. Events are the perfect way to learn the ins and outs of selling on Etsy. But apart from you can join, which I joined because I'm nosy to see what's going on, but there's no other links happening there. So I hope that means that there's events coming up. I've probably missed it somewhere, but that might be helpful for some people, or it might be really annoying and frustrating if they continue to contradict themselves and give terrible advice, but fingers crossed they won't. We spoke about this from a buyer account. Etsy is trying to fight scammers, but it's currently confusing sellers. For some reason, people are seeing the badge and saying, "This first message is sent to you. Keep in mind, real messages from Etsy will have a From Etsy badge." And then people are saying, "Welcome to the Etsy." Then the message is saying, "Welcome to the Etsy technical support." And people are wondering, because it's mentioning at the bar on the top, real messages, then it thinks maybe this is a real message and it'll have a From Etsy badge. Well, what's that little orange circle there? It's not Etsy's fault. It's just a little confusing for people who don't know what things look like. But Etsy is trying to fight scammers. Also, on the phone app, people are saying this first time reaching out to you, and it's also added onto this now. It's saying responding in a timely, quickly helps your customer service and stuff, and that's not going away. Now, I personally like it when I open it up and I see the messages and it goes first time reaching out to you. That tells me, oh, this isn't like a big old message thread or someone that's messaged me like months ago and this is a new thread with them. It's saying this is a brand new person. So yeah, 9 times out of 10 they message, I reply, never hear anything. But it does remind me, at least, okay, I've replied to them, that's fine, but it's a new person. But all these new alerts are annoying people a little bit. None of this is hurting your star seller or anything as far as I can see. Oh yeah, if you missed my all Etsy fees explained video, but we did mention there are some fee updates on Etsy for all the countries that have a regulatory operating fee. And for those of you that didn't realize this is a thing, Etsy has added a little extra cost. Because they believe there's increased operating costs in these countries. I'm a little confused by this because they do mention in the financial report that selling internationally is making Etsy more money because there's greater fees already and they make money off the currency conversion. But because it's an extra cost, they've added a little extra fee onto our fees. It's 0.35% in the UK, so it's not a whole lot. In some countries, it's a little more. Every little adds up, of course. but there's going to be Turkey and Spain are getting added, and some other countries there's an increase in the ROFs. So you want to check that out on Etsy. I did link in the All Etsy Fees Explained video where you can see all these details, but I thought this was worth mentioning individually if you haven't had a time to get round to it. Oh, yeah. On my desktop, I think it's the same on the phone as well. I don't look at emails on a phone. Oh, no, not so much, yeah. But when you open, it says Etsy sent you a message, and then on your little snippet that you're seeing on your email, it goes on sale gift guide home and living, because that's at the top of what you're seeing on the screen there. And it says the certain person sent you a message, but you're not getting to see the message. We used to be able to do that. Just you see it come in, you're going through your emails, you open it and you can go, oh yeah, that's not something I need to deal with right away, or oh yeah, I need to click into Etsy. But now every single message you have to click into Etsy to see if it's important. Stop it. I want to see what the person's saying at a glance so I can decide if I need to go into it. This is a change I didn't need. Let me know what you all think, but for me, it's annoying. Not every single message needs my attention. I can just go through and go, okay, I'll get that when I'm having my morning coffee or something. I'll get that at a later date with all the other ones. But like this, it makes it feel like you have to dive in and check every single message. Guys, check your processing times. A lot of people are reporting they're getting this message from Etsy. Hi there. It looks like you've been regularly shipping orders over the weekend, but your current processing schedule doesn't reflect this. Adding Saturday and Sunday to your ordering processing schedule will let us show buyers more accurate, sometimes faster delivery times. We'll automatically make this change for you on March 26. Our data shows shoppers are more likely to purchase an item if it ships faster, even if just by one day. If you don't want this, you've got to go in yourself and stop Etsy from doing it. Basically, what it's going to do is, if you're saying your processing time is 1 day just now, Etsy doesn't, if you've not got it set up, Etsy isn't including Saturdays and Sundays. So if an order comes in on a Friday, Etsy's expecting you to ship it on like Monday or Tuesday if it's 1 to 2 days. But they're seeing that sometimes you send them out on a weekend. So to reward you for doing better than what you say you're doing, they're going to change that. So if it came on the Friday, they would expect you to ship it on the Saturday or Sunday. Firstly, I am not sure. Like, people might be shipping on a Saturday and their post office might be closed on a Sunday. So, yeah, or people might just be shipping on a weekend sometimes when they have the time, or it's been a bit lucky, but they want to have weekends to themselves in general. So, I think a lot of people aren't going to want Etsy to make this change. You want the wiggle room over the weekends. And let's face it, most companies will say, oh, ships in 5 working days. That is not supposed to include the weekend, but working days are 7 days a week now. Oh, am I being grumpy today? I really am. Etsy spoke about this a while back. If you're using targeted offers, they now expire. Your thank you offer, so this is after someone's purchased from you and their order ships, you send them a thank you voucher. That's the word. Thank you voucher. It can now only be used once and it expires 1 year after it's sent. So it's a one use, 1 year coupon, voucher, whatever you call it. So that's cool. I know people are commenting that they're seeing people who didn't buy from them are using this coupon, or people are coming back years and years later and stuff. So that's fair enough. I'm sure many people will be happy with this. Whether you use them or not is up to you. Personally, as a buyer, let me know what you all think. What I found, it's like the offer sent after the order ships. Now, in a lot of cases, what I've found, not from Etsy shops just, but from everywhere. I've bought something and then I've been like, oh, did I check that well enough? Is that going to be a scam? Am I going to have been ripped off? Or there's some kind of problem. Like, I had a pair of shoes I purchased, and in the week after I purchased them, wasn't entirely the company's fault, because some of their emails were getting sent to my spam folder and some were coming to me. But the ones that were coming to me were, I think I had every day there was a message going, there's been an issue with your order. We lost your shoes, but they're back on track again now, and we should be shipping them any day now. And I got this for 7 days. But on the first day, I also had a message going, here's an offer, you can get a discount to buy from us again. I'm like, I haven't got my shoes yet. Day 3, same thing. And I'm going, I don't want to buy some more because I don't know if I've been scammed or not. So I would prefer, if I'm going to get an offer, I would prefer an offer either a couple of days after I receive my item, because that's when I go, I've got it, this company isn't a scam and I really like it. Or if it was something like, say you're buying a face cream, or vitamins, you buy a month's worth of vitamins, I would potentially want an offer sent to me at day 28 or day 25 or something, to be like, oh, you've probably nearly run out. Anyway, this is a complete aside, but that's what I think of thank you coupons. I don't want them immediately when it's shipped out, because I'm still sitting worrying if you're a scammer. And to be perfectly honest, I memory of a goldfish. I won't remember if I go and buy something in 6 months' time that, oh, did I have a coupon from this shop? That's just me. Anyway, while I'm in a random ranty aside today, and the abandoned cart one, so if someone puts an item in their cart but don't check out, the offer is going to expire 60 days after it's sent. I don't know why they picked 60 days. Fair enough. I think 30 days would have probably, in my head, would have made more sense, because that's like what the ad clicks and everything count as. So 30 days sort of makes sense, but 60 days. So someone who's doing the add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, the offers will expire. I think you have to check and see. I think your current coupons still last forever. You just have to create new ones for your targeted offer. I'll have to check. I switched on the abandoned cart one just for research purposes, and it's doing as well as I thought it would, which is not at all. Okay, there's an article on PC Mag UK. Thank you, Jan, for sending me this in. Artists are struggling because of AI. Is AI ruining Etsy? Loosening definition of handmade frustrates artists and buyers. I totally understand this, but I do sort of see both sides of this. AI can be really cool as a tool, and I suppose you've got arguments like, if you hire someone to help you Photoshop pictures, not talking for your Etsy shop, but in general, if someone hires someone to Photoshop pictures, that is a skill, that is hard work to do this really well. And if they're using Photoshop, they'll be using tools that are AI tools. They're not AI tools like what you're thinking of, but a clone stamp or a liquify or something. These are all artificial intelligence type tools, aren't they? So we've been using this kind of AI type thing forever. Is that bad? Not necessarily. I think the problem is, where do we draw the line of what is handmade, which is what it says here, loosening the definition of handmade. And it is difficult. I think there are some beautiful AI images out there, but yeah, someone who can spend an afternoon filling in prompts and just quickly cutting and pasting. I mean, I saw a few months ago there was a beautiful diamond painting. Yeah, my mum's been mega into diamond paintings, and it was of a dragon, and it's absolutely stunning. And I had it up on my screen for a while, and then you look a bit closer and go, where do the legs grow out of? How many toes? You just see the little imperfections. And we do know that AI can't do faces, can't do hands very well. Now, part of the argument in this was someone was doing a digital mock ups shop, and it's just basically going to be, print your t shirt here. And it's from the chin down and sort of the arms of a person. It's a very zoomed in thing. And people are saying, oh, well, that takes away work of photographers. Well, it does, but is that a great work for a photographer when an AI can do it really well and really easily? If you're a photographer photographing for mock-ups, do beautiful things that an AI can't do. Do the personal touch, do non-freaky hands and faces and things, so you can stand out from the AI. And to be perfectly honest, if people just want this area of a person to print their design on, it's probably not a horrible thing to have AI create it. And bear in mind that you can't necessarily sell your items using mock-ups with this kind of thing anyway. You have to use genuine photos either that you've taken of your item or that come from your print on demand supplier, because your photographs have to represent what you're selling. But if you are using mock-ups and you look at it and you go, that's disgusting that that person's selling these things, go make your own. You know, if it's that easy to do, which I don't think it's that easy. There is a skill. I don't think it's that easy, but yeah, use the tool yourself to do the things that are easy to do, and let the photographers and the artists do real things. I mean, AI makes beautiful images, but they all look like AI images, if that makes sense. They can be beautiful, but humans can do better. At the same time, I think for long enough, many artists will use reference photos. So why not use AI to pull together your reference photos? Okay, why not if you don't agree with how the images, how the models are trained and things, and that's absolutely fair enough. But you know, somebody said it. AIs aren't going to take over your jobs. AIs aren't going to replace you. What is somebody using AI, an artist using AIs. So yeah, we'll see. Another thing, a few of the people like watercolor artists are saying their sales have tanked since AI. And it could be part of it. And I know some of these shops are coming in and selling hundreds and thousands of things. It's eye-watering the amount of sales. But lots at the same time, loads of sellers are saying, oh, since the introduction of gift mode, oh, since this thing happened, saying, since this thing happened, my sales have tanked. So it might not be this thing that's causing the sales to tank, because many people are seeing sales to tank. And another strange thing here is if people are buying 90 cents, which some of these things are selling for, 90 cents digital watercolors, they weren't going to buy from you. They didn't want a good watercolor. They wanted a good enough cheap watercolor. So it's kind of filling a different place in the market. I think as handmade artists, we have to stand out as something different. And it's difficult. And yeah, we've just got to sort of, the courts are going to decide what's happening with AI. Things are changing all the time. Apparently they can now be copyrighted if the human had a big enough input. But in general, if you just type in a prompt and lift the AI image and try and sell it on Etsy, I could come along, copy that and sell it. That can't be copyrighted. So yeah, it's going to change the nature of things. But I suppose, at the same time, do I use in my videos royalty-free photography and stuff like that instead of hiring a photographer just to make pretty images? Yeah, and if if I wasn't getting tons of royalty-free free images, I wouldn't be hiring a photographer to do it, because that fulfills a different need. If I'm hiring a photographer, it's for something different. I think I've rambled about that enough. I'm sorry for everyone losing sales. I think Etsy is a bit flooded with AI. I think the bubble might burst soon. People are starting to see it for what it is. Etsy might make some rules in the future. I don't know. But yeah, okay. So speaking of, I just noticed the number 2 shop on Etsy yesterday, which is just over a year old, so a pretty new shop. Actually, only started actually selling less than a year ago. And it is a digital shop. They're quite clever. I'm sure these are AI generated images. 1,411 listings. I'm sure these are AI generated images, but they're not just selling AI generated images. They're selling them as sublimation files for other people to sell on to print on tumblers to sell. So basically they're making the designs for other people to buy, for other people to try and put on their print on demand items, to make sales. So that's clever. That's the selling the shovels in the gold rush, as far as I see it now. Are there some copyrighted images there? Yes, very much so. Yes. But it's a very interesting thing. And actually, if you're interested, you want to hang about, because on Tuesday I'll be releasing a video on how much some of the top print on demand shops are really making. And let me know in the comments below. Imagine if you were a top 1% print on demand shop that only started a year ago, that's about a year old. How much how much profit do you think that shop made? I think the numbers will surprise you. But I just, wanted to point that out. There are millions of high volume shops, and they're needing to churn out tons of designs. So here's somebody who's selling the designs for people to churn out. Very clever. How do I feel about it? Look, if it wasn't copyright stuff, I don't see it as a horrible thing if you've played around with any of the AI. It can take a bit of work for it to actually generate a decent image sometimes. So this is like hiring a designer and picking a design that you like, pretty much. So if there's stuff there that you like for personal use, I don't have a massive problem with it. For people to buy it and slap it on a tumbler and sell it on Etsy, I don't think that really should count as handmade. The people who are selling it on, whether this counts as handmade, up to you. But anyway, stick around for Tuesday. And I think I'm done with my ramblings for today. Did we have another one? That's us for the day. Thank you so much for joining me. And let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.